Hey, how you doing? You sure can.
I appreciate the work.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything? You doing good?
Huh?
Can I get you anything? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I started out today and unplugged everything, and I forgot to plug the board back into the computer. Everybody's going, all I can hear is background noise. I'm going, what have I done wrong?
Can I appreciate you, brother. I'll be in frustration if you need anything.
All right.
So they take care of
All right, guys. All right. Check, 1, 2. All right. It's hard for the headsets and the microphone to work and the board to work when you don't plug it into the computer. All right, guys. Check 1, 2. Been a little hectic morning here, and I want to apologize to everybody. I did leave my equipment in here last night, and I want to thank the poet yesterday. Loaned me the HD cam, and I've since unplugged it. And as I was unplugging it, I realized I didn't plug in my podcasting board to the computer, so it was running the whole time we were trying to do interviews off the microphone that was on the PC. You follow what I'm saying? So I do apologize for that. I'm not a professional. In days of past, there might have been some crazy words, and you probably would have seen Doug get all mad. But I held my composure, and I just said, "We'll end the broadcast, and I'll figure this out," and I did. And I want to thank God for keeping me calm. And I know what happened, and I know why. Because hey, yesterday it worked fine, so I know it was something that was minor. But it'd be like trying to cut a tree down without starting the chainsaw up. It won't gonna work. You know what I mean? And I do apologize. We'll get that gentleman back on in a little while. I'm just doing a test right now. If you guys will hold tight, I can go out in the hallway and grab that guy, and he'll come back in. I feel embarrassed, basically. Some of these people here, and let's just be honest, they've got $250,000 worth of equipment. I'm sitting here with like $1,500 worth. They got these expensive lights. I got none of that. I got a laptop. I got the Rode board, which is about the size of a box of cereal. Now, but the Rode board is actually what everybody uses. The headsets actually work very well. As you can tell, the background noise is gone. I can hear a tiny bit, but probably nothing compared to what it was. Uh, like somebody just said, hey, we're all a work in progress. Um, God won't have it no other way. He's going to make sure I could broadcast. Do you know what I mean, guys? And I know we'll get Heidi back on and redo all that too. I just, like I said, I apologize. There's really nothing else I can do. Just know that I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Remember, I flew in on a plane. If I went to one of these events, I'm going to up my equipment. We're going to have better equipment in the future. Uh, and I'll have, I'm never going to be professional. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that way. I want to be the guy when he shows up. I'm like the guy next door that's just podcasting. I don't want to look like a TV station. I don't want to look like uh, somebody with all the giant banners behind them. We might eventually have that. You know what I mean? I can throw up the overlays. I got that. I'm thinking of moving to some other streaming software as well. I mean, I can throw my little banner up there if I want like that. There's our little frog. But this has been one heck of an experience because you got to remember the last time I went to one of Clay's events was Tampa, and I was just there as a guest, not a podcaster by any means. And there was no podcasting at all back then at Clay's event in Florida. We were just down there basically as, VIP guests. I bought my ticket to go down there, and Brad was there, and Brad was the superstar down there. Of course, there was many people down there that knew me and took pictures. That's the first time I knew that people actually knew who I was. And I was embarrassed, really, the first time I ever went down there, that people would actually want to take a picture with me, and I couldn't figure out why. And they wanted me to sign their hats and stuff. I'm like, I wasn't ready for all that, not by any means at all. Um, I've adjusted and accepted now. Like, I don't know. I took 100 pictures since I've been here with people, and I'm blessed that people would want to take their picture with me and give me a hug. Uh, and people recognize me in the podcast room. It's pretty amazing. I'm just glad I got everything worked out because God would want it that way. The old Doug would have been a million curse words, red in the face, screaming. That ain't gonna fix it. You know, I asked God, what have I done? And I went and I said, you know what? Let me run to the bathroom. And while I was walking to the bathroom, I said, you know what, Doug? I don't think you plugged the row board into the USB port. And that's why we're having this problem. But the problem has been fixed. And it's a great time. In this room right now, there's probably 35, 40 people. And Vandersteel is doing an interview over there. It's just good times. Hey, how are you today? I'm going to get me an interview here in a minute. Mike is uh, uh, with the gentleman we met in Florida. I'll tell you a little story we heard today, and he's probably going to come on the show and tell us all about it. That he was contacted by somebody who was being trafficked locally here in Dallas, and she was able to escape, and she called him. And her handler died of a drug overdose in the hotel, and they rescued her. This happened last night. Yes, there are protesters outside today. Um, the vaccine police went and dealt with them. Pretty funny. Uh, after, if you guys knew me before deliverance and now see me after deliverance, wouldn't you say Doug would have been flipping out? Nothing was working. You know what I mean? You knew how I was. That wasn't gonna fix it. So I had to shut everything down, apologize to the man, and go away and think about it and fixed it. Now everything's working fine. I hear it. A very little background noise. Does it sound okay to you guys now? Is it okay for me to do an interview with somebody? If you can hear me fine with very little background noise, put a one in. If you still hear a lot of background noise, let me know and put a two in. I would appreciate that. Before what I'm going to do is ask you to be patient. Hey guys, I'm back. Guess what? The internet went out. It's like something big must be getting ready to happen. I apologize. There's nothing I can do. I'm using Clay Clark's internet right now. Most of the podcasters are not going live, they're recording stuff. But let me know if you can hear me all right now. Two, three, four. I got headphones hooked up. The board is hooked up to everything. I apologize. There's nothing I can do. We were going real good, and the internet went kaplunk. We are at day 3 of the ReAwaken America tour here in Dallas, Texas. Let me start all over. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in if you can hear me and it sounds good. All right. If you still hear all that background noise, we'll be done for today because I can't figure out nothing else. We are plugged in. We got the board plugged in. The headsets are working now. So come in, come in, come in. Let me see if we're still on Rumble. I had to go away and come back because the internet went out. Hopefully that don't happen. It says we're still live, so let me check the feed. Hold on tight. Here we go. Refresh. Uh-oh. Well, we're not live on Rumble. What it's been one of them days, but we're live on YouTube with 57 listeners. What sounds good now? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Um, I'm just glad I got it fixed. In this business, things can get technical sometimes, but it was simply me not plugging in the USB port from the board to the PC. So no matter what adjustment I made, you know why the hold on a second. You know why the microphone sounded so screwed up? Forgot to plug the board into it. But yes, the big pumpkin got it working again. It says it sounds so much better without high. No, we gotta have to redo your interview because nobody heard a thing. They seen us laughing a lot. Here, much better. Thank you. It froze. Uh, there's no telling because if you're watching on Rumble, it says it's broadcasting, but it's really not. Um, there we are. We all live on Rumble. Do we have? We got 2 people. Two is 1,000 in God's. That's right. We put 2 people together. We got 1,000 on Rumble. So we can put Heidi back in here, and it'll be lunch with Heidi now instead of coffee with Heidi, because it wasn't your microphone; it was Doug's fault. It was the big pumpkin's fault, and
Hi.
it, you know how you just blame it all on the guy. That's me. Blame it all on me. I'll accept all of it. That's all right. Now keep. It's froze. Then you need to refresh your browser, please. But guys, like I said, it's day 3. This will probably be the most crowded day up here. I think we had maybe right at 3,000 people yesterday, and the day ought to be really, really crowded. Hopefully, the internet doesn't go down again and our live stream doesn't go down. But I've had crazier stuff happen to me before. I remember one time back DJing. I'm in the middle of a gig, and my laptop decides it wants to update to Windows. And it went down. It didn't come back up for 40 minutes. Things happen with electronics that are uncontrollable, like our buddy Brad Barton says, technical issues. But the room's full. The place is packed. As I was saying earlier and alluding to, there are, from what I heard, there's protesters outside. Can't wait to go out there and interview some of them. But it's been a great time here. I'm going to grab that guy and come back on in a little while, um, and interview him. The community service or the court system's so corrupt, they stole all his children. That's his story. And he wants to tell his story about he didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't a bad parent. They just stole his children. And that's how crazy that it really is. Happy what? I think they were trying to say Saturday, and it says, yeah, guys, I don't have anybody right now because I'm basically testing the stream out because we just got everything back up and running. It's been a hectic day, but it's 11:30 here, 12:30 Eastern time, and place is wall to wall. We got Trump's son is speaking today, Eric. He's coming in, one of the last speakers today. We got General Flynn speaking again today. There's some great speakers. There's some great people here. Don't forget that we got Mel K coming on the show next week. We're trying to get a Friday slot with her. I already spoke with her and her booker, her boyfriend, and they'll be coming on the show next on our show. They'll be coming on, and I'm really excited to have Mel on the show. Uh, and she has some great knowledge, and she specializes in that I know of how the Nazis never lost the war; they just came to this country. So you're going to hear a lot about that with the how did we get rockets and all that? Well, they invented all that technology. We stole their scientists, and the rest of it came over here with them. But there's some exciting things coming up, and what I'm going to do now is I'll probably end this live stream, and then what I'm going to do is try to line up a couple people, seeing that I got all the technical things fixed and the headsets are working again. I'm not flipping out. I'm staying calm. That's Casa Deliverance. There's no more evil. But anyways, guys, we love you, and I'm going to come back out on. I'm going to go get that gentleman, and I'm going to get another interview. I'm going to get two back-to-back into at least two 30 minutes or four 15-minute interviews with people, and then we'll just go from there. I appreciate you guys being patient with me as I do this. I got to re-record the Home of Hope because that went through the microphone on the wrong thing. I went through the laptop instead of the board too. So we love you guys. I'm going to post a thumbnail back up with the time we'll be back on 11:30 here. I'd look for around 1 o'clock. Please just be patient and know I'm the only one running all this shit, all this stuff, and all the technical stuff. I have to take care of and figure out on my own. I got no support. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and we'll just keep it going. All right, we'll talk to you guys again soon. 1 o'clock.